Sagittarius, welcome to your monthly horoscope for March 2024. My name is Adina. I'm an intuitive astrologer, and in this video, I will be going over all of the major themes, topics, and energy you will be moving through for the month of March. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy my content and align with my energy. Now, let's get right into it. As you can see, I have selected a chart for each week. I have broken down this horoscope by week. So on the right-hand side, I've given you a chart for each week that I've selected to give you a bit of a visual, and I have the transits listed on the left-hand side for each week. Now, before we get into the energies for March, I just want to talk about a few of the energies that we're moving out of. The last week of February, we had that Mercury Cazimi with Saturn in Pisces, which was in your fourth house of home, family, property, and real estate. So there may have been a lot that you were moving through around your home, around your family. There may have been some sudden endings and completions. There may have been a lot of karmic endings and completions. There could have been epiphanies, things that you know now you're done with or are no longer in alignment, like deciding to move or something going on with a family member. Now, we also have, this is our last month of all planets direct, because on April 1st, we have Mercury stationing retrograde in Aries. So I just wanted to mention that so that if there's anything that you want to initiate and really get going and grounded, for the year, we want to be taking advantage of these last few weeks having all planets direct. Now, on the 1st, we're going to have the Sun sextile Jupiter and Venus sextile Chiron. Now, the Sun sextile Jupiter can be really great for some beautiful support, opportunity, optimism, insight. And Venus sextile Chiron can really be great for whatever has been showing up for you. So we had this North Node Chiron conjunction in February, which was a 2-week transit. And this is where there may have been a lot coming to the surface around personal growth, healing, self-development, really becoming aware of certain aspects of yourself that are no longer in alignment, or even becoming aware of your healing journey, but parts of yourself that are still unhealed from past trauma. And so with this Venus sextile to Chiron, there really can be some beautiful support coming in for that healing process. Now, on the 2nd, we have Venus squaring Uranus. And so Venus rules your 11th house of friends and friendships, social groups, online connections, and your 6th house of work, health, and daily routine, your nutrition habits, your work routine, home routine, pets, what you do kind of day to day. And Venus is also currently the ruler of the South Node. And so when we have this Venus square to Uranus, there can be something quite disruptive, shocking, and sudden showing up in these areas of life, but also something that you're wanting to release and let go of. And remember that it can be quite shocking, but squares bring in room for personal growth. And so whatever's being brought to the surface here, this is so that you can release it because it's no longer in alignment and you can get on the right path. Now, on the 8th, we're going to have Mars square Uranus, and this is going to be intense. We're going to feel this collectively and individually. Mars is currently in your 3rd house, which rules community, neighbors, vehicles, communication, your mindset. So there could be, a lot going on mentally and psychologically around this time for you. There can be maybe something with a neighbor or within your community or a vehicle that could be quite shocking and disruptive. And so, yeah, we do the 8th is a day that we really want to tread lightly. We don't want to be making any sudden decisions because we also have Mercury conjunct Neptune. So there's not going to be a lot of clarity. We're not going to have clear answers on this day. So whatever is showing up for you, sitting with the energy, we do want to lean more on this Sun sextile to Uranus, which is maybe just sitting at home because that Sun's in your 4th house, maybe spending time at home with family can help kind of aid whatever this trigger is between Mars and Uranus. Now, when we get to the 9th, we have Mercury entering Aries. You have Aries in your 5th house of children, creativity, passion, romance, pleasure, hobbies, interests, everything you do for fun. And we currently have the North Node there, and you have the South Node here. So these areas of life are already going through a lot of changes this year, which we're going to get into because we have an eclipse at the end of this month. But we'll be getting into that. But when Mercury enters Aries, there may be, starting to think more about those changes. If there's something that's shifting with your children, or if you're changing something around your hobbies or romantic connections, there might be, more focus on that. Now, on the 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces and also Mercury sextile Pluto. So this can be quite psychological because Pluto is already a psychological planet in your third house of your mind, your mindset, and then Mercury is going to be sextiling Pluto. So there can be something, kind of transforming here. This is not a negative aspect. This is a sextile is opportunity that we have to take action on. So it's not a trine, which is, this easy flowing energy that kind of just happens. It's a sextile. So it could be some type of beautiful opportunity arising for some shift in mindset or amazing, psychological healing and transformation. Now, with the new moon in Pisces, this is a great time for you to set intentions around home, family, property, and real estate. I'm not going to spend too much time on the new moon because I do post new moon and full moon videos and forecasts going into the chart for the moon and also all 12 rising signs. So make sure you watch for that. But what I do want to say about this new moon in Pisces is that on the 10th, this is when we essentially start to enter eclipse season. So the energy is going to start to become more heavier. We want to start paying attention to what is showing up for us. Once we reach that second week of March, because we're going to be in it for about a month. Now, once we reach the week 2, on the 11th, we have Venus entering Pisces, and Venus is exalted in Pisces. She does very well in Pisces. And to be honest, a lot of times when I see a Venus transit in the 4th house, people redecorate their home or they paint or they change something, maybe purchase some art for the home. Which can definitely be a thing. This could also show up as a significant move for you because Saturn is there. So if this is applicable to you, the energies can definitely manifest in this way. A lot of changes to the home, which Saturn being in that 4th house is already creating a lot of change within your family dynamic and home, and real estate and all of that. And when Venus enters that 4th house, she's eventually going to conjunct Saturn, and there can be some type of solid commitment formed around home and family. Now, on the 16th and 17th, the sun is going to conjunct Neptune. And I love this for spiritual work, intuitive work, doing some energy work on yourself. This is a great day to just kind of feel the energy and be in it. Now, once we get to week 3 on the 18th, we have Mercury conjunct the North Node, and this is when Mercury enters pre-shadow. So Mercury is going to retrograde back to 15 degrees of Aries, right on top of that North Node. So there is a lot of rethinking this new direction that you're taking or these changes that are happening around children, hobbies, interests, what lights you up, what you find passion in, and really what makes you happy. Because having the nodes in this area of life, there is some new direction that you're taking because the North Node represents something new. It's a new karmic faded direction that we're moving in. The South Node represents something from the past or something that we are releasing and letting go that is no longer in alignment. And so when Mercury forms a conjunction to the North Node, there can be something coming to your awareness at this time. And then after, you want to start to pay attention after this 18th because you're going to be in these energies for about a month. So pay attention to what is showing up, what is coming to your awareness over the next few weeks, because Mercury is going to station retrograde, move back to that 15-degree point, station direct on the North Node, and then start moving forward. And that is what we call post-shadow period. And that is when we gain the clarity, results, and understanding of whatever was kind of showing up and whatever we were rethinking and reevaluating with that Mercury retrograde. Now, on the 19th or 20th, depending on your time zone, the sun is going to enter Aries. And so this is going to shift the energy up a bit because we go from the sun in Pisces, which is this very mutable, watery, emotional energy, into Aries, which is very go, go, go. You want to initiate, you want to start moving forward, you want to start implementing, it's time to move ahead. However, that's going to change about a few days later when Mars enters Pisces because Mars is the ruler of Aries. But this is when when there can be more focus on the changes taking place in this area of life, because on the April 8th, we are going to have a solar eclipse here. So, we're in eclipse season. These areas of life are being lit up. The changes are coming in. So, what is showing up for you? I would love to hear your stories down below in the comments. Now, on the 20th, we're going to have Mercury conjunct Chiron. There can be some type of insight around this healing journey that you've been moving through, especially with the North Node Chiron conjunction. On the 21st, we're going to have Venus conjunct Saturn. So that is when there can be some type of solid commitment around home and family development. So maybe you're deciding to move, maybe you're deciding to renovate, maybe you're deciding to really make some big, change within your home or family dynamic. Then on the 22nd, we have Mars entering Pisces. So we have, the sun in Aries, which is great. Lots of motivation, drive, go, go, go. And then Mars enters Pisces. So it does it dims the light a little bit having this, because Mars is this, go, go, fiery energy, and Pisces is very kind of opposite that. So it's going to be interesting, but having Mars in that fourth house, we want to watch for, conflict within the home, or maybe just being very busy. And I mean, if this is some type of move or renovation, that can definitely be a thing. Now, with Mars in that fourth house, we do want to be, cautious and aware of, just anger, aggression, conflict, things like that. Now, once we get to the final week of March, on the 25th, we have our full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. So I want you to think back, that's right here in your 11th house. The 11th house represents friends and friendships, social groups, online connections, social media, your hopes, your dreams. This area of life is going through massive changes because the South Node is there. But I want you to think back to October of 2023 when we had our solar eclipse in Libra. What was showing up for you? What were you moving through? Because there's more to that story showing up. I look at the nodes transiting the signs every time we have an eclipse as more to the story. There's more changes to the story playing out here. And the nodes are in the same sign for about 18 months. So there's an 18-month story playing out that started in 2023, and there's more changes to that. So again, this has to do with your friendships. Maybe you're letting go of some friends that are no longer in alignment, or maybe there's changes going on with your online presence or social media. But either way, there's more to that story. This can also bring friends back from the past as well. Now, on the 27th, we've got Venus sextiling Uranus. So Venus is in Pisces, sextiling Uranus. This could be some really unexpected support, opportunity. Venus rules your 6th house of work, health, and daily routine. And again, also the ruler of that South Node and 11th house. So there might be something very unexpected. I mean, this literally could be an unexpected guest showing up at your door, like an old childhood friend. I mean, that would be a perfect representation of this energy. So let me know in the comments below how this manifests. But that's, could be something definitely like that. Now, Sagittarius, I hope that this helps you navigate the energies and get a better understanding of the major themes and topics you're moving through for the month ahead. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you align with my energy and enjoy my content. And again, I would love to hear your astrology stories down in the comments below so I can see how these energies manifest, because we're having some unique transits, like that Mercury, Sun, Saturn Kazemi. That was very unique. So I would love to hear, how that kind of manifested for you. But again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will connect with you in the next one.